Okay, so this is a video that I meant to do last year and it didn't come out. My sister convinced me to watch Love Island season 6, and so I just wanted to talk about it. And so I'm gonna give my thoughts on everybody, and I'm actually gonna go left to right because why not? So Kendall, I don't like Kendall. In the beginning I liked him, but just some of his comments towards Serena and like the black women just rubbed me the wrong way. And I think he said he is black, but he's kind of one of those black people that wants to be white. I think they call it an Oreo. So I don't like the man. He just said too many things that rubbed me the wrong way. And our whole situation with Nicole was so fucking forced. You barely know this woman, and my sister told me that each episode is a day. So let's say at worst you've known her for what, a month or 2 months. You're already telling her I love you. Like, they were trying to win so bad in the end. I didn't respect it. I didn't like it. And he knows he's not likable. That's why you basically got the least followers in the cast. And all the stuff that leaked of him, I will say that that's not right and everything. But yeah, besides that, I don't really have any sympathy for him. I don't like the man. And so next up, I believe that's Leah. I kind of feel like we're getting revisionist on Leah. Because I remember when I was watching it and I was kind of like midway through and I told my sister, I was like, I don't really like Leah like that. And she was like, oh, like she's like the most followed one on there. And I was like, I don't get it. As I finish the show, I can get more why people don't like her, but I don't really go off for her like that. And the reason why, the whole Rob situation, are we not going to talk about that? Yeah, I didn't like how that really played itself out, and Rob ain't shit, and I'm going to get to him afterwards, but that whole situation, and I feel like there's comments that she probably made to the other women that I didn't like. And can we talk about this whole thing of, I think it was when Andrea was supposed to go, and she said that she was in the backseat of that conversation, or whatever the fuck that she said. And then when we got to the reunion and they aired it, and she was in the front seat. She had an extra steering wheel to go because she was the main one trying to send her home. And now what? The whole fucking season you talk about you weren't trying to send her home, and the footage proved you wrong. And so yeah, I just don't really care for Leah. I just don't really care for Leah like that. I don't know how she's one of the most popular ones. I'm not really seeing the hype. I guess she had some redemption towards the end, but you guys kind of overrate Leah and everything. And there's probably some other stuff she did that I don't like, but I can't remember. It's been months since I watched the show. Next up, we got Rob. Yeah, fuck Rob. Like, the whole situation and everything, like, he's just so two-faced. He's so two-faced. And so I do want to say, when was it? When Liv came on or something like that, didn't he tell her that he would be open to something? And then I think he was trying to tell Leah, like, oh, I don't think she'll pick me. And then Liv picked him, and there was a whole situation, and there was a whole Andrea situation. And these people are so overdramatic. You know this person for what, a month, 2 months at most, okay? And you're acting like you just met the love of your life and you can't be apart, like you know this person for years. Like, let's pack it up. All those dramatics, all that crying when she got sent home and all this stuff, like, who really gives a fuck? And honestly, I agree with them sending her home, because I think Janae was in the bottom, and you know, some of the other girls, and like, they all agree, we're not sending Janae home. I'm sorry, she's one of the best people in the show, and we're about to get to her and everything. But yeah, Rob, I just feel like he was lying, he was gaslighting, he always wanted to be the moment so bad. He tried to act so emotional and act like he was deeper than he was. I just feel like Rob really has no substance, and a lot of you guys kind of go up for Rob in the way that he looks, and if he looked different, then you guys wouldn't be giving him as many passes. So I don't really get the Rob love, to be honest with you. Rob is like one of my most hated guys on the show. I really do not go up for him. So I had to say that. I had to get that out. And the whole thing of people shipping Leah and Rob, I think it's so stupid. They do not go well together and everything. Rob gonna continually fuck her over. Like, what are we doing here? What's the point? And then next up we have Janae. Janae is top 2. Okay, period. I love Janae, to be honest with you. She dealt with, I think this guy's name is Quay. I believe that's what his name is. I forgot. But yeah, she dealt with him in the beginning. He was kind of given controlling. She moved on. And then Connor. Because in the beginning, he seemed alright, but I did not like how he moved with the entire situation with her and Leah, I believe. And I did not like that at all. It didn't sit right with me. And just some of his other comments afterwards, yeah, I don't really go for Connor like that. There was just some things that didn't really sit right with me in that regard. And then she found Kenny, and now it's like, oh, we kumbaya. But not so fast, because the street said that, you know, he a Trump supporter. They looked at his Instagram following. Everything's not lining up good. So at this point, fuck Trump and anybody that support him. And the Latino Trump community, like, there's a lot of y'all out there. And so I need to know how you voted, okay? Because I take that seriously. But yeah, I don't know. I like Janae. I like her spirit. She's fun-loving. She stood up for everybody when they needed it and everything. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like she stood up for people more than they stood up for her, but I like Janae a lot. I feel like I didn't really disagree with most of the stuff that she did, at least that I can remember off the top of my head. Corey, I basically just went over him. And then next up, we got Kayla. I forgot what her name was for a second, but it just came back to me. So Kayla, I don't know. I don't really go for Kayla a whole lot. I just feel like Kayla didn't really have a backbone. You have that whole situation with Aaron, and the fact that he is such a hypocrite, and I'll kind of get to that later, but he would fuck her over so many times, and she would just lay over and let him do it. And at a certain point, it's like, girl, we got to stand up for ourselves. We got to stand up for ourselves. It's actually getting quite pathetic. And I'm sure she had some other moments that I don't like, but I don't know. She just got on my nerves at a certain point. And so, you know, there's that. And I think that they are broken up now. Hopefully they stayed broken up. But yeah, I don't really go for Kayla a whole lot. She didn't really do a whole lot for me. And then next up, we got Aaron. Fuck Aaron. Aaron is the worst one on the show. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care for most of the other guys too. So you had that situation as well. But Aaron got a special place in hell. The way that he did Kayla and, you know, that whole situation, I think the Costa situation or whatever, when he found that other girl and he was kissing her up and putting his hands in her pants and saying, I love you, and doing all the same handshakes. A man whore, a man whore. No, fuck Aaron, fuck Aaron. He will fuck Kayla over so many times. I think he showered with the other girl, so you barely know her. You barely know her. Like, that whole thing. And he was gaslighting her and all this stuff. And then we got to the movie night, and then we literally saw play-by-play, again, how we fucked her over. And he tried to lie, and she was all upset over it, and it was a shit show. Fuck Aaron. Fuck Aaron. I do have to say, Aaron is ugly as fuck. He is ugly as fuck. He is so hard to look at. And it's like, girl, why are you crying over this man? I don't get it. I do not get it, okay? I don't know how people like Aaron at all. He's just awful. He is just so awful, and he was a hypocrite too. Miguel, he had comments I don't like, talking about, would you like your wife to act like that, and etc. I don't know. Jury's still out. Him and Lee are cute together, I guess, but, you know, Kordell on top. He got a special place in hell. Hannah, I don't like Hannah. I don't like Hannah. I don't know. I don't remember what she did, but she probably did some things to rub me the wrong way. I think it came out that she's racist and she got arrested or something like that. So fuck Hannah. Next up, we are getting to the heavy hitters on the show. Okay, we got Serena and Kordell. So Serena, everyone else, Serena was the best one on the show by far, because she did not take anybody's BS, okay? And she wasn't going to put up with less than what she was worth. You know, it took her time to warm up with Kordell and that whole situation and everything, but she took her time. She was intentional. She was communicative for the most part. There was probably a time or two where she said or did something that I thought was messed up, but generally, I mean, I thought she was great. I thought she was great. She stood up for herself. She was always giving looks. The braids did exactly what they had to do. Just top tier. Just top tier. And when that whole situation happened and everything with Kordell, and she was mad, and rightfully so, and she cussed him out, and, you know, she let him know basically, like, I'm not gonna go back that easily. And yeah, he did what he should have done. He went and he said, I'm sorry, this is exactly what happened, and he took accountability. He wasn't trying to shift blame. He heard her out. He wasn't calling her out of her name, and I respect that. And everything. So yeah, I think that Serena is top one. And Kordell is easily the best guy on the show. He's definitely had some moments that weren't necessarily my favorite. The whole Costa situation didn't paint him in the best light. And there were some other situations that I didn't necessarily care for. However, like I said, he held himself accountable and he told her exactly what happened. So, like they said, whenever it got to the movie night, she wasn't surprised. Unlike Taylor, she knew exactly. He apologized for it and he proved with his actions that he was going to be better. And so that's what I respect. That's a real man right there. So yeah, they just look good together objectively, okay? And just the best couple. It just felt the most genuine on the show, I would say. And so to see them win, it was just like a cherry on top. It really was. Some of the challenges on the show, I forgot to talk about that. I liked most of the challenges on there. I think that there were some ones with food and some other ones that I didn't necessarily appreciate, but I thought they were cool. Whenever they brought in new guys, whenever they brought in new girls and stuff like that, and they always did interesting challenges, and they always threw in a plot twist. Like when they brought in new people, I really loved that. Liv, I forgot to talk about Liv. I like Liv. I thought Liv was cool. I thought she held everybody accountable for their BS, and it's unfortunate it didn't really work out with her and anybody on the show and everything, but I thought Liv was cool. I thought she stood her grounds. There's some other people that I'm probably forgetting, but yeah, most of the men on the show ain't shit, especially Aaron Ass. I thought the host was decent. The reunion was decent, but I feel like there was a lot more that they could have covered. We needed like a part 2 to that reunion. But Love Island season 6 is great television. Go watch it. It's like 36 episodes, and I think each episode's over an hour. So, you know, dedicate your time to it. But I think the show was great. Shout out to my sister for recommending it to me. But yeah, I think those are just the things that come off my mind. So if there's any other situations that you wanted my opinion on, and just leave a comment down below and I'll respond what I think, because I'm sure that I forgot a lot, but this is just off the top of my head purely. But yeah, good show regardless, some good television. And yeah, Serena, Janae on top, and you know, that's period.